Welcome to the Chapter Report, From Measurement to Reporting. In this chapter, we explore how impact measurement strategy directly shapes how impact is reported. Before asking how to report, organizations must first be clear on what they are trying to evidence. Impact reporting does not begin with dashboards or templates. It begins with clarity of intent. Whether the organization is a startup, a venture fund, an accelerator, an incubator, or another ecosystem support organization, reporting quality depends on strategic clarity. The key question this chapter answers is, how does a clear theory of change shape credible and useful impact reporting at both the startup and portfolio level? Let us begin at the startup level. A startup typically begins with a strategic impact intention. For example, it may aim to restore ecosystems, improve resource efficiency, or mitigate climate change. That intention is translated into a theory of change. At the startup level, the theory of change explains how the core solution leads to outputs, outcomes, and ultimately measurable impact. That theory of change determines which impact areas are relevant, which OIN KPIs are selected, and what level of data precision is realistic at different stages, whether ideation, validation, or growth. Clarity here is critical. If the strategic impact is unclear, reporting becomes fragmented or inflated. Now we move to the portfolio level. A 1,000 OS member, such as a fund or accelerator, does not report a single theory of change. It reports across a portfolio of startups, each with its own theory of change. At this level, reporting requires translating multiple startup-level impact theses into a structured portfolio narrative. The Ocean Impact Navigator plays a critical role here. OIN aligns impact KPIs with core activities and decision-making. It standardizes impact areas and KPI definitions, enabling portfolio managers to interpret and aggregate results without imposing identical business models. Startup-level clarity enables portfolio-level coherence. Let's look at an example. Consider an early-stage ocean company producing seaweed-based additives to reduce livestock emissions. At inception, the company's theory of change is centered on a single strategic impact: methane emissions reduction. Producing seaweed-based feed additives reduces methane emissions from cattle. Reduced methane contributes to climate mitigation. This is the core impact thesis. When introduced to the Ocean Impact Navigator framework, the company works through its activities and outcomes more systematically. In doing so, additional impact areas emerge. For example, seaweed cultivation may improve coastal ecosystem management and biodiversity if sustainably farmed. It may strengthen coastal livelihoods through job creation and income diversification. It may contribute to sustainable aquaculture practices. These are not separate theories of change. They are complementary outcomes that stem from the same solution. The company's original theory of change focused narrowly on methane reduction. The OIN framework helped surface additional impact areas that could be qualified and, where possible, quantified. Now consider the portfolio level. If a fund supports 10 startups, each with different primary impact theses, reporting cannot simply list isolated impact metrics. Instead, the fund must articulate the strategic intent of each startup, the primary impact areas addressed, and the aggregated contribution across standardized OIN categories. Thus, startup-level theory of change clarity enables portfolio-level reporting structure. Without startup clarity, portfolio reporting becomes inconsistent or superficial. When measurement is intentional, reporting becomes meaningful. This voyage takes us from promising ideas to proof of real ocean impact.